All right. Hello today, class. Hello, Mr. Hong. This is my remote robot control competition, which is competition 3. And this is my CSC class number, my name, my CNID. And basically today is about basically EV3 remote control, basically using the MIT app developer to basically connect to my robot and basically control it from my Android device. My robot name, as you guys already know, if you guys haven't seen my previous video, is AJ DaVinci. The A and the J stand for Alonzo Jr., which is my offspring, I should say, or like basically like another me, I guess. DaVinci because he's talented, and you know, with him playing the music and dancing to it and being artistically sound, what drawing the Batman symbol is just like he's living up to his name. But today he will make his name today. My robot's task is to basically be the sonar guide. So you know how sonar works. Basically using I don't want to give it away, but he basically is a sonar guide. The idea. So I chose this idea basically to put all my whole robot to use, like using all the sensors, the ultrasonic, the color sensor, and the touch sensor, and basically using the left and right turns command on my app I got for it, and the slide motor to adjust just how fast and how slow the motor will run and stuff like that. So basically, this ultrasonic sensor basically can detect up. I tested it roughly about 300 centimeters, and basically I used all the sensors in this row, and I basically thought about it for a long time, like what can I do basically to incorporate. I was gonna basically do something like if the sensor was the touch sensor was pressed, have it just twirl around, make circles, but that'd be useless. I want to make something that was useful, something that, you know, if I can hand it to one of my fellow classmates or somebody on campus. Or it could be used like, but basically be used like purposefully, not just like as like, you know, playfully, or like basically this can help somebody out basically. And I wanted to make something or have an idea that's going to be somewhat helpful, like I explained. Basically, if I hand over my app and my robot to them, and they go out and, you know, connect the robot to it, they basically could do, you know, missions with it. And this is the NXT version, but the EV3 is basically similar. This is the touch sensor, the color sensor. I didn't have a sound sensor, but this is the ultrasonic sensor. But this, like I said, these are the NXT version. And my sonar robot features the ultrasonic sensor, the touch sensor, the color sensor, the sounds. They also make sounds, and the color changes on the app. My ultrasonic sensor. And the purpose of this sensor is to basically be the eyes of the robot, and I got programmed it to detect objects within, well, up to 50 centimeters. So anything after that, it doesn't do anything. The robot it doesn't pick it up. But as soon as it gets in that 50 to and below range, that's when it just start picking it up. Kind of how like in this picture, this is the robot and this is the object, and it's basically sensing it, and it basically sends back rays basically to tell the robot, hey, there's something really close into like the distance you program into the robot. My touch sensor is a touch sensor. It basically is like a little button on it, and if it's touched by a wall or something, it'll have an action or something. So basically, the purpose of this sensor is like the last resort sensor. So like, if somebody still doesn't, like, you know, hey, doesn't get the idea that, hey, I'm close to this object. Let's say if the robot runs or the touch sensor touches the object, it's already programmed automatically to back up 10 centimeters. So if it hits this, it backs up. So basically, it gives it room for the user to be able to turn the robot and go the other way, or to make some kind of adjustment to get out of the way of the obstacle. This sensor is pressed and released the robot will automatically back up 10 centimeters from the spot where the sensor was pressed. The color sensor, the purpose of this feature in the sensor is strictly a design feature. I mean, that whenever an object is between 40 to 50 centimeters, it flashes like like this. That's like a white light, and it got a hint of like blue, green, and red. And then if it's in between the 40 to 30 range, it will flash blue, like all blue. If it was in between the 30 to 20 centimeter range, then it will go back to that red, green, and blue light. And if it is less than 20 centimeters, it will flash red. Basically, this is like alerts the user, kind of like if it flashes blue, well, boom, it already knows it's in the 30 to 20 range. If it flashes red, they know it's really close. It's red. It's really close to the robot. So basically, it's kind of a visual effect to let the user know where it's at, where the robot, how far the robot is from the object. The sounds. This is probably one of my favorite features, and I didn't know I could do it until, recently. This feature is unique. When an object is between 50 to 40 centimeters, I programmed it to start beeping. It'll beep. The robot will beep like beep, 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 beep. Then let's say the object gets a little bit closer. It beeps louder, like beep, 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 beep. And then the robot will beep louder. And then the closer you get, the louder the beeps go. So like from that 50, it's a really like, a very like beep, beep, beep. Then if you get closer, like say within the under 20 range, it's beep, 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 beep. And hence, this is why it's called a sonar robot, because it makes that beep, 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 as if a sonar, if you were like in a marine, it'll beep, giving you the, basically giving you your like let's say you're beeping, you see like a sonar and it beeps, it's like, it basically pings, it's basically like a ping noise. So basically this is why it got the name, the sonar robot. And this happens until an object is out of the range. So it's 50, it's basically, if it's out of 50, if it's out of 50, like greater than 50, it won't make the noise. But as soon as it hits like 50 and below, it will start making noise until the touch sensor is pressed. So when I when I press the touch sensor, not only will it back up, but the robot will say, you cannot go any further. So you keep running into the wall, running into the object, and it'll say, cannot go any further, cannot go any further, cannot go any further. This is basically another alert tool, helpful tool that, alerts the user like, hey, you can't go any further, you can't go past this obstacle. You gotta back up and go around it, or back up and turn the other way. Another key feature are the flashing different colors on the app. Basically, so it's kind of what we similarly did with the one of the online labs. It's a button, and basically you can set the color to whatever range and distance you want. So if it's like 50 to 40, the buttons on the app will be green. If it's 30 to 20 is blue, and then purple from 10 to from so on and so forth. And then if it's 20 below, it's like red. So I didn't make a video, but I thought, maybe I could do it on the presentation. Well, this is my app. A little closer. This is my app. The distance, my forward, left, and right button, the sliding motor, my EV3 Bluetooth Connect, which is already connected, as you see right here. My name and my CNID, school name, and this is the Bluetooth disconnect button in my email, and close that button. So basically, you can put it. Actually, get in front of it. It's going off right now, but a little bit closer. This is my light. As you can see, it's red right now because it's picking up somebody. See, it's red right now because it's in the 4 range. So let's say if I take it to 20, it'll flash blue. My light is that red and green color. Now let's go 30. Okay, 32. Oh, hold on, that's 26. Oh, there it goes. 32. 32. It's flashing that blue light. And let me, I gotta get a little bit further. See, it's flashing at green on my EV3 robot, and then it's flashing that little red and green light. And you can see the different beeps. Like, listen to the beeps. If you can listen to it, it gets louder. It gets louder and louder every time. Excuse me. Okay, let me go. Now I'm gonna test it with this going forward.
Robot, go forward. Robot, turn left.
And this is all on my app.
Robot, turn left.
See, it's starting to sense. It's trying to pick it up.
Robot, go backward. Robot, go
It's
backward.
at 40 right now. And you see the light it's emitting. Pick it up. It's at 43.
Robot, go forward.
It's at
Robot, go forward.
34 right now. It got that blue light right here. That blue light right now because it's at the 34 range.
Robot, go forward.
And now we're at 25,
Forward.
which gives off that 30 to 20 range is that what I talked about, that red to blue light, red, blue, and red, green light. And then
Robot, go forward.
it's getting off that red light. And if you listen to it, let me back it up a little bit.
Robot, go backward.
Just listen to the beats.
Robot, go forward. Robot, go backward. Robot, go backward. Robot, go backward. Robot, go forward. Robot, go forward.
They get louder and louder as they approach the object. Now we're gonna do the touch sensor.
Robot, go forward. Robot, go forward. Robot, go forward.
It backed up. Do it again.
Robot, can't go any further.
Try one more time.
Robot, go forward. Robot, go forward.
It'll go back every time it's touched. Let me and then you can also disconnect the app, disconnect the robot, and then you can close the app from the app I made. And so basically, what are the advantages I think I have? I think I have multiple on my this robot. I think that the main idea that me and AJ have is the sounds, like the sounds as it approaches the object. As it approaches the object, it just, it get louder, 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 and louder. And then the visual colors changing on not only the robot, but on the app. So if it's, if you get to a certain range, like the 30 to 20 range, it'll flash like purple. If it gets below 20, it flash red. Red is just like, hey man, you're too close. And if you get that 40, 50 range, it's green, like, okay, you're good. You got a little bit of time to, move and make adjustments during this range. So yeah, that was my slideshow.